Hey y'all, Lisa here with our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and tonight we're going to put my herbalist skills to use and Charlie's beekeeping skills to use and make some therapeutic sore throat honey-based lollipops. Now our honey is not processed, it's just spun out of the comb, so it's raw, unfiltered honey. And, you know, the healing aspects of honey for sore throats and to fight infection and that type of thing. So basically the recipe is honey, just a little bit of sugar, Himalayan pink salt, and bee pollen for protein. But before you make anything to sell, you have to sterilize your cooking area so there's no cross-contamination, which we've just done. Put your hair up, which I'm about to do. These things work great. They're for wearing under an Islamic hijab. I have found all sorts of uses for them. They're super duper. Okay. So, first thing you want to do is stage your work area. Let me show you what I mean by that. On this newly wiped down card table, we have the lollipop molds. And when you're doing these, you have to leave room between the edges and each other for the popsicle sticks. So what you do is you get popsicle sticks. These are for the larger popsicle, which are here. And then we've got these for the smaller. You want the sticks to be halfway up the popsicle. They're not popsicle, I'm sorry, lollipops. Lollipop, lollipop. Lollipops. We're making lollipops, not popsicles. I guess I want a popsicle is my problem. So, I'll bring you back once I get all these set up. This is Himalayan pink salt. It's full of all sorts of vitamins and minerals that our body needs. It's one of the healthiest salts that you can consume. Straight from the Himalayas. So the first thing we're going to do is sprinkle this on the base of the lollipops. It doesn't take much, really just a pinch. And we're going to go all the way around. Oh, that's too much. Might be easier to use my fingers. My hands are clean. This one's got a lot in it. But you want it evenly distributed. And this is bee pollen. Charlie, can you tell us what bee pollen does for you? Same thing, y'all. Same thing as far as distributing it. What does it do for our bodies, Charlie?
Yeah, it helps you figure out what things not to be allergic to.
What? Helps you fight allergy?
Yeah.
It's a protein, isn't it?
Mainly protein.
Mainly protein, which gives you a balance to the sugar in these and helps you with energy and your immune system even. So we need to do that for all these lollipops that we're making. So we'll be back when we get that done. So we're going to put this on a medium heat. 2 cups of sugar. 2/3 of a cup of honey. You may need help getting the honey out of the honey scoop. Again, we're working with silicone and cast iron. Is that cast iron? What is it? Iron-coated aluminum? Whatever. No, it's not aluminum. Aluminum. It's a heavy pot, okay? Y'all, you need to use a heavy pot. Don't waste any honey. The birds and the bees. The bees work really hard making this stuff. And then we add half a cup of water. All right, the next step is half a cup of water that Charlie got overeager and added already. So we're going to bring this to a boil. Now the trick is not letting it burn. Pretty well mixed. Gonna let that come to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, we're going to use a candy thermometer. And we've got to bring the honey mixture up to 300 degrees. So it's got to come up to there on the thermometer. And we're going to hold it at 300. And we're going to hold it at 300 for 15 minutes. So here it comes. Can you see it starting to boil? So I need to bring you closer in. Okay, that's a boil. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little, but I still want it to boil. And I'm going to stir it every now and then to make sure we aren't burning the bottom. Let's see what temperature that is. Now you don't want the thermometer to touch the bottom, so you hold it off, slightly off the bottom. So fairly simple so far, hey? No. Soup spoon, not slaughtered spoon. Soup's the ladle. There you go. Animals aren't happy they're locked out of the room. Still not up to 300. Okay, it is the next day, and this is perhaps the messiest part of the whole thing and the most frustrating. What I've done is I've taken cornstarch and I have put it through a sieve, okay, so that's sifted, and I put it put down a layer first, and then I put down the lollipop face down, and then came back and dusted the top. If you still don't have enough, you can always flip it over. So these pops, they really taste like salted caramel. Without the cornstarch on it, are almost impossible to put into these bags. But what you do, I don't know how I'm going to film this. What you do is you find your opening to the bag. And it's like opening those darn bags in the grocery store that's so hard to do. And the trick is, and the reason you're using the cornstarch, is the pops, they want to stick. And that's half your battle, is getting it into the sleeve. Then you twist it. Put your colorful twisty tie on it. Twist that tight so it doesn't come undone. And then I put a label. Now I am calling these throat suckers, okay? And I've got sugar, honey, pollen, pink salt. I didn't have room to put Himalayan. But when you sell something, you need to put the ingredients. And I always give people a business card so they know how to contact me when they want to order more. But if these sell well, and I'm just now introducing these, I'll have professional stickers done. But right now, they look quaint and homemade. And I'm going to be here for a couple hours putting all the pops together that we made last night. So guess what? You know, if you like what you're seeing, how about giving me one of these, huh? And maybe subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Make that notification bell black. Let's talk about lollipop making with honey and medicinal properties to the lollipop. So they're sweet and yummy, but they also help you with, these help with a sore throat and a cough. But we can talk in the comments section about the other flavors I do with edible flowers and how it's going over. Because at my booth at the market is I'm giving pops away. And I tell the people, you got to taste it right here and give me feedback on the recipe. And depending upon the reaction, either I make more with that flavor or I don't. A lot of people have asked me, the last festival that we went to, and I introduced these at, said, well, how much are you going to charge? And I said, $1 to $1.50. And they all pulled out money and bought what I had. I totally sold out of my pops. So that's a good indication. But what do y'all think about the process? This is really messy right here. I'm wearing my clothing's covered with the cornstarch and it gets everywhere. So be prepared for a mess. Okay. Other than that, y'all be good. We'll catch you in the next video. And be well to each other. Okay. I'm a big one on brotherhood. So love thy brother, right? Bye.